Hi, this is Emily Zlanian with TV Insider, and I'm here remotely with Bridget Regan of Spectrum Originals Paradise Lost. Thank you so much for joining me, Bridget.
Thanks for having me, Emily.
Yeah. So Paradise Lost is this brand new series, Spectrum Originals. It's contemporary Southern Gothic type drama that follows the Forsyth family and what happens when Josh Hartnett's Yates returns home to Mississippi with his wife, who is your character, Frances, to this small town and the like all the mysteries that just unfold from it.
Yeah.
Frances is a total newcomer to this world. How is she dealing with this major upheaval when we see her?
Well, yeah, it's a lot for her to deal with. I mean, as the series progresses, we see what really grabs hold of her, which is these deep, dark secrets and mysteries that her in-laws and her husband have kept from her. And she is a character with her own issues, I could say. She has previously struggled with having OCD, and as the series progresses, her obsession becomes unraveling and really finding out the truth.
Yeah.
And so she becomes this sort of unlikely detective of sorts. And but she's not a detective; she's a psychiatrist. So she's not exactly doing everything right. But she has to make a very difficult decision about whether she's going to find out the truth or possibly risk her marriage unraveling.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like what's worse, finding out the truth or never knowing the truth for her.
Yeah, I actually think it's the most terrifying thing to, I mean, as a happily married woman who loves her husband, the idea, these things that I was dealing with every day on set, and these things that Frances was going through, it was horrific, this idea that you don't know the person that you've decided to spend the rest of your life with.
Yeah, absolutely.
And have children with. Yeah, it was nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And we also get to see her in her job as a psychiatrist, and that's like immediate entry point into this mystery almost.
Yes, exactly.
Being this boss psychiatrist in this small town and trying to make it work.
Yeah. Well, she goes from having this really thriving practice back home in Palo Alto to having basically one real patient. It's a small town in Mississippi, and the locals are resistant to therapy in general, probably, and also herself being such an outsider.
Yeah. Where did you guys shoot the series?
We shot it in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Right.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was it was one of those things where I had so many similarities with my character. It was kind of frightening at first. I picked up and uprooted my family of 4 to Louisiana. Frances did the same thing. We both are originally from California, and the similarities were kind of bizarre for me. I've mostly been playing these really over the top, larger than life characters that are a stretch and really fun to play, but playing this role was like bizarre because it felt so much more vulnerable because I am a mother in real life. I have 2 kids in real life. Frances has 2 kids. Frances loves her husband. Bridget loves her husband. It was just like very, very wild. But we have a lot of differences when you get down to the nitty gritty, and those were what I was trying to look at as well. But it was a very new experience for me.
Nice. That sounds awesome. Now,
Yeah.
So obviously we are doing this remotely, and everyone is going to be hopefully as engrossed in Paradise Lost as I am now after having seen the first episode. But as you mentioned, you've played all these other amazing characters. I mean, you were in Jane the Virgin, The Last Ship, Agent Carter, White Collar. Are there any of your former shows that you would recommend for folks at home looking for some TV escape/comfort?
Well, I saw some of my fellow Last Ship cast online, and they've been posting that TNT's been airing the show again. So I know that it's like on TV again. And it actually, the first season, I wasn't in the first or second season. I joined in the third. But the first season is about finding the cure for this horrific plague. And so it's a little scarily poignant at the moment. So I know that they're re-airing that. So if you're looking for some action, that's a good spot to start. The Jane the Virgin fans are awesome. And, it's a comforting, fun, heartwarming show that has a really, really beautiful message, but it also doesn't take itself so seriously and is really funny and playful. So, if you're looking for something a little lighter, I'd head over there.
Yeah, definitely. And what would you say that you're watching for comfort at this time?
Well, by the time my children are asleep, I'm like basically comatose on the couch. And if there's something on, it doesn't usually leave. I mean, this is exhausting as a parent right now. Shout out to all the parents. It's very intense, but I love Drag Race. That is my number one show of choice, along with Untucked and along with all the other things that go along with it. I love Better Call Saul. That is something I'm like mad when we only watch one and I want more. And what else are we watching? I always go back to The Office. They're like old friends, when you want that, like, just check in on them. Michael Scott Paper Company, check in there. It's Britney, bitch, whatever. It's just the best. It's the best show.
That's perfect. Well, thank you so much for hopping on Zoom with me to chat. So the full 10-episode season is available on Monday, April 13th. Yep. That's right. The whole shebang.
Yeah, all of it. There you go.
Awesome.
A lot of mystery. I hope we'll give Tiger King a run for its money.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, thank you so much. And
thank you.
Your day.
Cheers. Thanks. Bye. Yeah.